Hi guys, it's BellaGemaNails, and today I'm going to be bringing you a new shoe DIY project. And I'm going to be working with these clear heels. They are pointed mules, and I'm really feeling mules at the moment and the pointed high heel shoe. I love that they're like a soft purple lilac, and then they have the pink transparent on the straps here. They don't have a back strap. The heel is about 4 inches, possibly 4.5, and they fit rather comfortable. I didn't wear them, but I did try them on. And my inspiration for these shoes are none other than the shoes that I designed for you about 2 years ago. These were incredibly popular on my YouTube channel. They got almost 100,000 views and they were a lot of fun to create. This is just one of the pairs that I designed along with these as well. These crushed velvet beauties. And so this time around, I thought I'd do it on pointed mules since that's really in style at the moment. For this project, you're going to need some feathers, and I'll post all links below as usual. And you're also going to need rhinestone trim, any kind of your choice. And we're going to be working with these two items, and we're also going to be working with E6000. And remember, anytime you work with E6000, please make sure you wear a mask. This glue is highly toxic. So I did read that these run a bit small, so make sure you size up. I am a size 9. I did purchase a 10 and they fit nicely, so just be aware of that. Okay, so for the top part of this strap, you're going to start measuring the trim against the widest point, which is the top part, and then you're going to go down as it tapers and measure. So just take your trim and measure against the widest point. So what you're doing here is you're going to basically pin the center of this trim just so that you see how many more layers you need to add. And looks like I may need to add 3 more. You're basically covering all the plastic part. Okay, so this is how the top part of the shoe is going to look. You can see all the movement there. And then with your foot, it'll dance around. All the feathers will dance around your foot as you walk. The next step is to measure the rhinestone trim. Now, these rhinestones are actual glass. They are not acrylic. I do not recommend using acrylic unless that's the only option you have. This one matches beautifully, and we are going to be placing this on the top part there, as you can see. Okay, now what you're going to do is take off all the safety pins and everything that you've done here and stack your trim layers the way that you're going to be placing them in order. You're going to need 2 feather trims for both shoes, so just keep that in mind. Now for the fun part. We start with the gluing process. And again, we're going to start from the top and work our way down to the tapered portion. And then we're going to add the rhinestone chain here. I just stuffed this portion to make it easier, otherwise the plastic collapses. Okay guys, just press down to make sure that it adheres 1 row at a time. Remember to keep your fingers clean when pressing down the trim, otherwise you're going to get glue all over the shoe and then it'll look messy. It's interesting to me how much you guys love the shoe DIYs. I love them as well, but I have to say, I like the handbags more than I do the shoes. That's more so my obsession, handbags over shoes, but I know shoes are very popular, so this is why I decided to do another one of these videos for you. So now you're just going to press down each of the pieces of trim onto the shoe and just kind of babysit it until it adheres properly. So I'm stitching the top part of the shoe because I want to make sure that it is adhered properly. So I did glue it, and now I'm stitching it before I adhere the stone trim. I highly suggest doing the step to the top part, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be adding the trim chain to this top part, and if it doesn't adhere properly, the whole thing, the whole unit will easily come off because of the weight of this chain. So if I don't stitch it and I glue it, it becomes heavier here and it could just fall off, since there's layers here, about 2 layers of trim. So just make sure you stitch just the top area here so that you can have added security. Guys, these shoes are gonna look insane on. They are so fun and so flirty. I can't wait to show you. So the next step is to measure the trim against the top part of the shoe here. And when you wear it, you're not going to really be able to see it because the feathers will kind of overlap. But at different angles, you will be able to see the trim. So that's what makes them special. You're going to be gluing the chain one side at a time, but you are going to measure it out first. Okay, now we're going to carry on to the other shoe. Do this however you feel comfortable. You could do all at once, or you could do one side at a time, however you feel most comfortable. So once you have most layers on, you're just going to tap it to make sure that all the layers are on solid on the shoe. Plus, it'll help the feathers stick upward a little bit. They're still going to fall over, but it's going to look really nice once you see them on. What we're going to do here is now stitch the top part here, because when we add the actual chain on top, the weight of this could cause this to collapse, and you don't want that. So we are going to be stitching. Okay, so now that this is sewn on, we're going to take the trim and we're going to measure it alongside the base here and cut it in order to glue it. And you're positioning the stones right down the center of the trim. You can place some clamps and let dry. Okay, so I'm going to be adding gel glue to the top of this strap. The reason I'm doing that is you need to prep anytime you're using PVC or using some kind of silicone. You want to prep this with either a silicone glue before you put the E6000, or in this case, I'm using gel. I don't have silicone glue at the moment. So I'm just going to add the gel glue. You're just going to do it right down the center where you're going to be placing the gems. The chain will slip and slide. Make sure that you hold it in place for a bit. Once the chains are adhered, let dry overnight. Okay guys, so this shoe is fully decked out and dry, and I tried them on and they are stunning. And it didn't take too long to revamp a shoe, and you could see what it looked like before. I had a lot of fun creating this design. If you like videos like this, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up or pop a comment below. Perhaps do both. If you're not yet subscribed, I invite you to do so down below as well. I'm going to try on these bad boys for you, and you let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.